Multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour talking about some heart and hustle Houston. Of course, y'all know I was going to do my review today, okay? I just took a little time to just breathe for myself, some me time. You know, I think we all need that. But child, can we talk? Why are there only 2 episodes left of this damn show? Why? I feel like the trip needs to be episodes 9 and 10, or it needs to be a 2-part reunion, and Braylon Lee needs to host it, okay? Listen, let's get into this, because this is a lot, okay? So let's get to it. Higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, you know the rest of the words, everybody. It's time to go on tour, and we gotta go on tour, rather. We did that iconic intro there. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hopefully you had a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Let's get to it, because, Lord, a lot going on. To my thorough notes. Here we go. So this episode starts off with Elena, right? And she is in a pole dancing class because the intimacy is not there with her and Josh. Now, we don't know what Josh did. Obviously, it has something to do with infidelity, but we don't know the magnitude of that infidelity, right? So all the lays are coming in, and the instructor says, you can airwalk your legs or you can split your legs, right? And Chloe said, pole dancing's hard. Listen, that let me tell you something. I've never done it. I have heard of friends doing it. I've talked to my friends who've done it. Let me tell you something. That by the way, when P Valley comes back, we're reviewing that show on this channel. Okay, stars, handle your business. Okay, we've been very patient. Okay, for P Valley, but the person in the intro of P Valley, they actually are a stripper, right? So it takes a lot of core strength, mental strength, and also the legs gotta be there, right? So, but then they say Roe got it, and oh Lord Jesus, I'm just gonna say it. Roe became Roe the Stallion. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Roe became Roe the Stallion. I mean, she. Is it wrong to say I wish the poll was me? Moving on. Let's just move on. Moving on. So all the dollars are fake because then the instructors throw out these $100 bills, and LaToya did a little something at the end. So then they're talking about whatever's happening in their lives catching up. LaToya says that Labrina has set her up on a blind date with a guy named Banks, and Chloe believes. Hey Colton, good to see you, my friend. Chloe believes that LaToya could date really anybody, and more of a salt pepper type of beard, and LaToya almost choked on her water, just like I choked now. She choked on her water, right? And LaToya was like, what type of age are we talking about? Child. We'll get to it. So then we're with Elena. Her Space Color de Jour studio, her new makeup studio is done. So congratulations. And LaToya Luckett from Destiny Child comes in, and she is a client of Elena. And LaToya, she carries her energy with her because she's asking, why are we still sleeping in separate rooms? And, Elena gives her reasonings, this, that, and the third. But then LaToya hit the nail on the head. Why are two people who are in a marriage, where two people are supposed to be who are one rather, are both being single-minded in a marriage that takes two? And to LaToya Luckett, I just gotta say this to you. Hang on, give me a moment. I just gotta say this to you here. Because factual. And listen, I totally get that when a woman's fed up, to use some words from a man who's in jail that deserves to be in jail, ain't nothing you can do about it, right? But in the same token, the more you create distance, the deeper the canyon gets of not being able to heal anything. I'm on the outside looking in. I ain't married, okay? I'm not. Look, the relationship I'm in right now is being the pole, okay? That Roe is on, okay? That's the relationship I'm in right now on this live, okay? So with that being said, but sincerely though, I feel like Elena is holding back, and maybe not holding back in terms of not wanting to move forward, but she's holding back from wanting to see what can be, because she's afraid that maybe that reality won't be as big as she thinks it deserves to be. That's just my take. So, shout out to LaToya Luckett coming through. That was awesome. So then after that, and I put bars on LaToya Luckett's advice there. Then after that, we got LaToya. Miss Sylvia comes over, which, by the way, can I just say, I love the counselors and the therapists on the show. We got Miss Sylvia, Miss Angela Jones. Both of them are just divine. I really love their energy. So Miss Sylvia comes over, and it's the 1 year anniversary of Latoya's dad passing, right? And Latoya's dad was her eyes, her ears, her protector, everything in between. And I still have all three of my parents, my mom, my dad, my biological dad. And I'm so grateful to have them. To not have the person that has guided you through some of the hardest times and some of the easiest times, and you now have to move without that person who guided you through anything and everything. I can only imagine the pain. Like, you never get over that pain. You just learn how to move forward as best you can. So I do feel for Latoya there. And on top of that, Latoya found her dad dead. And I'm just like, wow. So she went in the house, and I think she went upstairs, and his eyes were like open, like my eyes are right now. Eyes were open, right? But he had a heart attack. So it's one thing to hear that your dad or your mom or somebody or your brother, your sister, or anybody in your life that matters to you passed away. But imagine finding them like that, and it's just you. That's rough. That's very, very rough. Very, very rough. And also, too, I appreciate on this show that they actually have talked about a family member who passed away on the show. They didn't wait until a reunion to talk about it. They dealt with it in real time, and they gave reverence, honor, and respect to it, not just to exist on television. Because we had the chance to give a damn, you only gave a damn when people could pull up your calling card of how you treated that person. Moving on. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. So Latoya wants to be in a relationship, and most men are intimidated by what she does. And I will just say this, like, I think sometimes in relationships, I think people get so caught up in the persona of a person that they forget the soul. They get so caught up in the persona that they forget the soul. They get so caught up in the persona, they forget the soul. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Latoya doesn't intimidate me. Okay, cool. I mean, she's, publicizing celebrities. Okay, they have their life. I have my life. And I think in the world we live in today, so many of us purposefully or unpurposefully run each other's race when it's not necessary. You know what I mean? If you with Latoya and she's taking a picture with LL Cool J, it's not your job to be like, oh my gosh, she took a picture with LL Cool J. I'm insignificant. Guess what? LL Cool J was not the LL Cool J of the day. He had to work to get to where he's at. We remember the successes more than the failures, right? So, and Miss Sylvia said that, maybe it's time for you to grow, right? You're in this space where you don't have your dad and you want companionship. Maybe it is time for you to grow. So I thought that was a great exchange between Miss Sylvia and Latoya. So then we have Murenna and Alania. So the schedules did not line up for pole dancing. And Alania is in a waiting game with Josh. And Alania is looking for, level matching, right? I keep waiting for, Josh to get to this level, but he's still taking his time to get there. And so Alania is freaking out because movement is not happening for her. And I have this statement that I often say about relationships. boys and girls want spontaneity. Men and women want security. It's not that men and women don't want you to be spontaneous. They just want to see that you can handle your shit, and then you can be spontaneous. And I think that's what Elena is looking for. Like, do you recognize I need security to know that you understand the magnitude of how I'm feeling and what this space is before we can get back to the space where we used to be, right? And so, more sessions are needed from Elena's point of view. And Murenna wants to be able to do more vulnerable content, right? And this is the thing with being on social media. When you put yourself out there, the world is your oyster. And even though the world is your oyster, you are an option as an oyster for the world as well, right? So it comes with the territory of people having opinions about you, this, that, and the third. What you have to recognize is authenticity is the one thing that never changes across the board social media. Either you have it or you don't. And so I think sometimes we will do anything just to be something. And like I always said, attention equals noise, sound equals purpose. So I'm glad that Murenna is understanding that her walls down does not weaken her, it strengthens her, right? So I thought that was very, very, very good. So Murenna's mom lived overseas. Mom and dad separated, and then, Murenna's mom came to the States as a single mom. And they were in the basement with another family for 6 to 7 years. And Murenna is glad to be releasing, right? So, like I said, to the parents out there, always recognize that the energy you give, kids pick up on. So kids may not know everything, but they do feel something. And so give the best you have. Because at the beginning and end of the day, kids can get all the gifts, they can get all the money, but what kids want 10 times out of 10 is you. Just keep it up. So then we get to Chloe and Roe, right? And so Roe has been in a relationship off and on for 4 years with a person who's in the NBA. And she's been stressed, right? Because, work, friendships, her daughter. And her period hasn't come yet, right? So on Uber, you can Uber a pregnancy test. So she Ubers a pregnancy test. And the daughter's like, what is this? And Roe was like, oh, that's just something me and my homegirl are going to do. And, the daughter was like, a bull-ish, a bull-ish, a bull-ish, okay? The daughter was not having it, not here, not there, not anywhere. Roe's daughter that she is, okay? So the daughter saw the fakeness. And, Roe goes to take the test, right? And so there is an electronic one and the non-electronic one, the traditional one, right? And so on the electronic one, it says that Roe is not pregnant, right? But we did not hear about the traditional one. And Roe said that, it's bittersweet that she is not pregnant, but she's glad to not be pregnant in this fashion. And Roe wants to expand, her family. And, I feel like this about Roe, right? I feel that Roe, for a long time, she only moves based off of, does this puzzle piece, sorry, my fidget, does this puzzle piece magnify what I get to see in front of me? Does this puzzle piece help add to the view that I get to see? Does this puzzle piece add to the view that I get to see? And if it does, great, I'll add that puzzle piece. But if it doesn't, I will take away that puzzle piece. Because if I'm going to create this puzzle, it's going to be something that I want to see. And sometimes we get so caught up in trying to add every puzzle piece that maybe we forgot that maybe I don't want to do this puzzle. Maybe I just don't want to do this puzzle today. Maybe I just want to actually just breathe. breathe today and relax, relate, and release, right? So with that being said, I feel like Roe is good people. I feel that her heart is strong, but it's only strong for people who deserve her heart. She doesn't have any time for games. And just because she has the energy of standing up for herself doesn't mean she doesn't want to be held. Doesn't mean she doesn't want to be embraced. It doesn't mean she doesn't want to be loved on. I've always have said there can't be two Braylons in a relationship. I need whoever I get with, right? I need that person to be the opposite of me. Because one of my friends asked me, would you want your wife to be your manager of your career? I said, listen, whoever I end up marrying, right, I'm going to marry her to be my something, not my everything. And I think sometimes what ends up happening in marriages is that we have a fantasy of how they can be everything, but we forget the reality that they can only be something for that purpose that we need. Come on now, is that not a word right there? Is that not a word right there? Is that not a word right there? We forget that one person who's our partner is supposed to be your something. They got one purpose. You can't put everything onto them, right? Sorry, y'all. Oh, my Lord. Prayers up in Jesus' name. Yes. Amen, man. I'm going to read this live right now. Amber Alert, Brunswick, Ohio, Taiwan, Bayman, 7 years of age. Be on the lookout for license plate, Ohio, KIG 1234, 2014 silver Ford Escape. If seen, call 911. It has been a child AB Amber Alert. So that just came up on my phone. So wanted to mention that there. If you gotta kidnap a kid, fuck you in your existence. And I said what I said. Moving on. Like I said, I think that Roe definitely is lovable. I think we forget sometimes that, listen, for everything that somebody can take on doesn't mean they don't want to rest sometimes. And I feel like Roe wants to be able to rest and wants to be able to give and wants to be able to fall down with somebody that not only can be down with her on the ground, but also have that umbrella over Roe and say, get your ass up, I got you. Sometimes strong queens just want to know that they are cared for too. So, all right, y'all, let's roll on, because I'm not about to do it. Nope. I feel the tear ducts coming. Q-tip. Wendy, shout out to Wendy Williams. Moving on. So then LaToya, right? So we get to LaToya. And Banks, child, he is a pawpaw. He's a pawpaw. He is a pawpaw, yeah. And he is about horses so hard. No disrespect, though. You know what I mean? At least Banks has something to focus on, damn it. So, he believes in God as well, right? And he has a horse named Six. And Six is going to have a baby at the end of the month. And, he loves that horse very, very much. And, somebody offered $60,000 to get rid of the horse. Or to buy the horse, right? Not get rid of it, but to buy the horse. And, LaToya was like, well, I would just have to hug and just say, well, it was nice knowing you. And I'm just like, LaToya, this is not the time for you to have a business mindset. This man is telling you about Six, his damn horse. But I will say LaToya's dunk was dunking in that chair, okay? Listen, I know the camera people really enjoy their jobs, depending on the job. Okay, listen. You could zoom in, but you stood back far enough to take that inch to make it a mile for the show, and sincerely, I and men and women and many others appreciate you for what you did. Cut it out. Moving on. So how Banks is made up, his composition of his life is 60% horses, 20% 18-wheelers, 20% motorcycles, and 10% personal. And LaToya was like, that's 110%. And, Banks works for himself. And, LaToya says that, Banks has an abnormal love for horses, right? And LaToya has a fear of horses. And this is a real fear for some people, right? So when she said that, Banks said, oh, we can't get along then. I'm like, damn! You can't get along because she got fear of horses? Like, can you make sure she's responsible with her money? Can you make sure she cares about herself? Can you make sure that, her mental health has faculties that work? Can she communicate? There's other things to write a woman off for, just like a woman can write off a man for, besides having fear of horses. I'm like, damn. So Banks was divorced in 2007, and LaToya wants to have several kids, and she's 35. I didn't know she was 35. Okay, I'm like, wow. Okay, then now listen. The curves are like 40. I'm just listen. Less than Alec favor. Everything's bigger in Texas. Okay, listen. So with that being said, LaToya's like, thank you, but I am good, right? So then we get to Roe, right? And shout out to Dr. Angela Jones here. So when we get to Roe for therapy appointment, Roe is talking about she's been, giving to others, right? And giving back to herself is new, right? Because she's always put others first. And, Dr. A, so you know how to love them and they know how to love on you. Boundaries don't, crush people. How can I put this? Boundaries should not crush relationships. They should define relationships, right? And so the more you define a relationship, the more you know how to invest, right? So Roe feels that her feelings are not important enough because during the basketball season, the guys are about work, this, that, and the third, right? And so, Roe feels like she never has a space to breathe, right? And this is the thing, right? I feel like this. Sometimes in life, right, how you give to others, if you give it to them but they can't give to you, that's a problem. Because if you can go out on this court, this is just me, if you can go out on this court, right, and you can practice free throws, right, and making sure every shot is perfect, you should be able to be on the dunk in anything and everything that I want to talk about. And after practice, you coach and you squirting water in my mouth to, make sure I'm good, replenish wise. But most of all, you don't give up on me on the court. If you can fight that hard on hardwood, you should be able to fight that hard on the mental wood floor of my mental. I know I said mental twice. Don't at me, okay? Basically, what I'm trying to say is don't fight harder for you to be okay with what you do, that you negate the people that help you be able to have a space after you get done doing what you do. Right? Because, listen, as much as I love bringing these virtual tour live, As much as I love doing this channel, this is not all of me. It's a part of me. When I'm with my friends and family, I don't really talk about my show. I do this, shut it down, and I'm into who I'm into, right? And for some people, they always gotta be on. But here's the thing: if you leave the light on, eventually the bulb is going to short circuit. If you leave the TV on, the TV's going to go out, right? So you have to know when to turn things off, so you can have them when you need to turn them on, right? So, this one's a deep after show, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So then, Rose's partner gives gifts and cash to supplement the love that she's not getting, and in big situations that matter, her role holds back. But with the small details day to day, she goes off about it. And when it came to the pregnant partner, she thought about her kid, her daughter rather. And Dr. Angela Jones said something very powerful. She said, "You are carrying everyone else's burdens, but you're swallowing your own." And that was deep. Because think about that. I mean, I'm sure you have swallowed your own feelings before. I've swallowed my own feelings before. I never really thought about it from that kind. In order to be able to breathe, you need a space to do it. So if you're carrying others' burdens, it makes it easier for you to get up, because guess what? You're not thinking about yourself. There was something I did one time in my place. I was quiet for about an hour just to hear the silence. And it was the scariest thing ever. It was the most powerful thing ever, because what I learned powerful from you not giving energy to it, but it's just as powerful as you do give energy to it, right? So the space of uneasiness that Roe is in, I believe she has wanted to say a lot of things, right? Because she doesn't want to be a burden on to other people. She is always moving in champion fashion. And sometimes champions get tired. And I feel like Rose recognizing, hey, listen, I don't have to be the heavyweight. I don't. I can be a lightweight sometimes. Just be like, you know what? I'm not doubt today. And listen, I'm feeling well. Right? So Rose has a new view of how she wants to love on herself. So then we have Alania, right? So we learned that individual therapy is not taking place. And Alania's not happy about that. And Josh felt like it was not a good step to have this distance, but Alania thought it was because she did not want the kids to see them in that fashion. Oops, sorry, y'all. And Alania says, the things that you did to me, I would never do. And it seems like these things are very, very heavy. And Alania wants Josh to want the marriage, and Alania wants more action. Alania is mentally feeling it in terms of being just exhausted of you're not providing security, so it's making me insecure about wanting to continue to invest. And Josh agrees to do couples therapy. Good for Josh. Good for Josh. Good for Josh. Good for Josh. So then, in the preview, we get to couples therapy. And it looks like it's going to be heavy. And then we see only 2 episodes left. So it's going to be 8 episodes total. And then we see the Bria's son, Pop, feel like a burden. And that he wants to, remove himself. Now, I'm going to say that he wants to remove himself mentally from people's mind, like maybe not talk to people, this, that, and the third, because sometimes you do feel like that maybe I just need to just not talk to people. Maybe I do need to say to myself and myself about myself. So I'm not going the other direction with that. We're going to let that play out. And then LaToya has a big announcement, because she says after much thoughts and consideration. And then there's a trip where Elena and Murenna get into it. And it looks like it needs to be episodes 9 and 10. And that is your Heart Hustle Houston season 1, episode 6 after show there. So I want to show y'all something, right? Okay. Now, I did not recognize this, okay? So shout out to y'all for this, okay? Let me pull this up. Shout out to y'all for this. So episode 5, I got these mini. Let me show y'all real quick. Right here. So I got 640 views. And I had one comment, right? So when you are a YouTuber, right? YouTube will filter comments. But I didn't see the comment until I did this. And y'all, that's Roe. So Rose said this fat ass be prancing and bossing around Houston with a kiss emoji. I'm like, well, I think that was just her way of signing, sealing, and delivering it. Here my ass. Listen, I would not mind riding and jumping on it. That was so unnecessary. You felt unsafe and you expressed yourself. Listen, many people would like to roll their boat to be as strong as you are. So there is that there. Okay, so just I thought that was hilarious. Now, Roe did comment actually under another one of my under I think my first review, I think. So listen, give the best energy you have because you never know who is watching. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys that there. So yes, indeed, we are live on tour here. I'm going to take it up to the 40-minute mark. Like I said, I hate that this show is going to go off still. I really, really do. It is sincerely a whole vibe that I am loving. Speaking of vibes that I'm loving, let's see what the ratings are, right? Because they've been increasing, right? They've been increasing, right? So let's see here, right? So right here, so for Make It Rain, right? So Make It Rain, we have 114,000 views there for P2. P2 160 for The Good, Bad, and the Fine. Very Cutesy, Very Demure 161,000, right? Then Feels and Heels, we have 181,000, right? And then we have 141,000. So still very consistent, right, for a new season. And I do believe this is going to get a season 2 because I have not seen that one negative comment about the show, right? Sincerely on, please renew this for season 2. Give it more episodes, please. And honestly, you could just move that to 8/7 Central, honestly. You really could. You really, really could, sincerely. Because at 8/7 Central, the screen goes black on Saturday nights. It goes black. Ain't nothing on at 8/7 Central. 9:05 Hard Hustle Houston comes on. That's all that comes on Saturdays. Okay, I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. So, but yes, oh, I swear to God, it's always something with me. But yes, indeed, there. So, but now I wanted to come on and give y'all my review. Like I said, I sincerely hate that this show will be going off the air soon, but I do hope that a season 2 renewal is on the way because I've enjoyed every single episode. There has not been one bad episode. It hasn't been any. This show has not been contrived, right? These women are the women they are. They don't have to have the show on to be somebody. And more than that, I feel like if this show did not get renewed, they're not going to be hurting for a check, unlike other people. Yes, indeed. So, but yep, as we get ready to get to the 40-minute mark here, yes, indeed. Let's take a little commercial break, and we'll be back with more Brainley's Virtual Tour Live right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the One More Please Wherever You Please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called Kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and they almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're gonna get at Volcano Bay.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Oh, good. I had to tell you twice. Welcome back in to bring this Retro Tour Live. Glad to have all you here. We've just been chilling out, talking about Heart and Hustle Houston Season 1, Episode 6, Back in the Saddle after show. Only 2 episodes left. Only 2 Sundays left. And then, of course, October 9th will be Potomac. So we'll be back on Mondays. Yes, indeed. Speaking of Mondays, by the way, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, will be the finale of King's Court. So be here for that after show. And then, of course, as you guys know, 11 a.m., an all-new show for you all as well. So more content coming your way per usual over here. Yes, indeed. Man, I really hate that this show is going away. Can I host a 2-part reunion? Can we just make that 9 and 10 I'll host the 2-part reunion. I am available. Sincere. I listen. I'll give you a suit. Y'all just give me my hotel. I need a check too, because listen, I've watched the show. Okay, listen, I've been reviewing every episode, but no, sincere, that would be cool to do a reunion for this show because it deserves one. I mean, even though we haven't really got into the deep minutia of these women, I think that there's enough there to do a reunion, and plus, not only that, we can throw in some never before seen things. Before seeing clips, just to add a little more oomph to the show. But it's a great show. It was funny. I was talking with one of my people, and a lot of y'all are feeling of I don't want to watch this show because of our own. And what I said to that person, I said that this show, right, should not be blamed, or how can I put this? This show should not be punished because of that other show, right? This show stands on its own, so that's why I review it. Plus, it's a new show, and with new shows, they don't always get the best budget, right? So the more that we invest in it, the bigger the budget will be for them, and the more we'll be able to get. So that's just how it goes, most of the time. So yes, indeed, there. So, but yep, just chillaxing for now. No. Yes, indeed. So, yep, we are just chillaxing here. Glad to have all you here, just chillaxing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the season. I've been enjoying these Sundays with you guys. You guys know normally I don't do Sundays. Of course I did Sundays with 3 with the T. I do miss that show. I do miss doing that show rather from time to time. I do. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I do, but also too. Listen. In the same token of I do miss doing 3 with the T. People have to want to do it, right? So it is what it is. But I still wish Sassy and Little Paulette well. It would be cool to do it for the Braxtons, just to give y'all, another hoorah of us, because it was a dynamic show. But like I said before, I normally don't do Sundays, but I usually do Monday through Saturday. And child, if you missed that Ready to Love after show, please go watch it after this, okay? Because Lord Jesus, a lot happened, okay? A lot happened in that finale, and so this Saturday will be the reunion. And oh, buddy, we're hoping for a 2-parter because, yeah. So, a lot going on in the world of reality TV, and then it's just trying to figure out, what's the next dating show. You know what I mean? So yeah, we shall see. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're just chillaxing here, talking about some Heart and Hustle Houston. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed, indeed. Lord, what a day today. I was a little bit tired at work today, just a little bit, but a good day nonetheless. Sorry, a good day nonetheless. So yes, indeed. So. Yes, indeed. Yep. Thank you to Colton and Linnell Stiller for being here, and to the one person who's here now, rather. Thank you so much for being here, too. These are the ratings here. So the last ratings are 141,000. So let me see. Let me add up all the numbers here. Let's do that. I'm just going to take it from P2. So 150,000, right? Plus 160,000 plus 161,000 plus 181,000, right? Plus 141,000. 654,400 people have watched this show. That is actually really good for you know, the totality of that. Now, of course, there's only like 6 episodes, right? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5. So divide that number by 5. So an average of 130,808 people are watching each episode. That's a consistent audience. That's really good. That's really, really good. Hey, Sheila Williams, good to see you. I hope all is well with you, my friend. Always good to see you. Just chilling. Been reviewing Heart and Hustle Houston Season 1, Episode 6. Back in the saddle. 2 more episodes, and then we're done with Heart and Hustle Houston. And then, of course, you guys know Potomac is coming, so we'll be reviewing Potomac. After the season Stacey had, we'll see if she makes it. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that. And then, of course, I got to figure out how to watch On Brand with Jimmy Fallon, because, you know, that's my media brain on that one. So can't wait for that show. Like I said, King's Court, the finale's tomorrow night. Ready to Love, the finale happened last Friday. Yes, indeed. We will be reviewing that show for sure. Ready to Love, we did that yesterday. We did the after show yesterday. The finale aired on Friday. This coming Saturday is the reunion. So, we got a lot to talk about. So, more content coming your way, per usual. Like I said, I don't know what other shows are out there as of yet. Of course, as you guys know, the Braxtons will be on in October, so we will be reviewing that too. So we're getting close to the end of the year. I still cannot believe how much we have covered in 9 months. Okay, so sometimes it boggles my mind how much we have covered, but you know, when you have good people like you guys, it's easy to do. So yes, indeed. So, and plus knowing that, in the words of Anonymous T.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
one more time, and I'm gonna see what can a good streamer do.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
That's what I thought. So I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we done the whole show over an hour. Yes, we have. Shout out to the 3 people that were just here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So yes, indeed. So we'll just be chillaxing here for just a little bit. I know for some of y'all like, damn. Are you playing that clip again? Yep, sure am. Guess it's true. There is other content out there, you know. But yes, indeed, child. Yes, indeed. So. By the way, Eagles 20 points, Chiefs 17 points. So in case any Eagles fans are out there, I know my coworker will be very happy that next time I see him. So yes, indeed. So. Yes, indeed. Hey, y'all, welcome in. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate each and every single one of you. We're just chillaxing. Just chillaxing. So. Man. Like I said, it is really, really fun to be able to do what we do. For sure. For sure. And by the way, eating up the shorts, like for real. Like I said, let me see here. The BET faces major layoffs and mid-Paramount job cuts, 249 views. The State of Black Media, a critical discussion, 629 views on that. Could BET Plus survive Paramount's debt crisis, 71 views. Thank you guys so much for digging into those. And like I said, I'm so glad that I did that live when I did it, because I try my very best to utilize information. I try to utilize information as a tool to help us as a people, right? So hopefully that shark picture doesn't actually happen, because I want both networks to be around, but also too, we just gotta be prepared just in case something goes down. So but yes, indeed. So, and by the way, shout out to actually Aubrey Pod, was just over there supporting her with her Ready to Love review. Looked like it was a good time over there as well. So shout out to her. Yes, indeed. There. So yes, indeed. I think I'll probably end it at like maybe 1 hour and 7 minutes here. So we're not too far away from that. Hey, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're just chillaxing. Talking about Heart and Hustle Houston, Season 1, Episode 6, Back in the Saddle. Yes, indeed. Just chillaxing here. Excuse me, yeah, sorry. Hey, two people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Just chillaxing. Heart and Hustle Houston. We talked about a 40-minute review there, and this was a good episode. Only 2 episodes left, unfortunately. I know. I don't like it either. Hopefully, episodes 9 and 10 will be a bonus for us, with the trip, or a 2-part reunion hosted by yours truly, Braylon Lee. One of the 2 I would like to happen, but it looks like only 2 episodes are left there, so yes, indeed, there. But as we get ready to end the show, I appreciate everybody for being here. I think, give y'all a daily motivator for this evening, talking about the episode Back in the Saddle. I think sometimes it's important to get off the saddle, right? And walk around for a minute so you can ponder on what needs to matter. Sometimes we keep riding and we forget to stop along the way. That's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I'll tell you is truly sometimes we feel like life can be on a hamster wheel or a hamster wheel. Shout out to Lilo and Stitch, where you're just going, right? And sometimes in life we forget that we need to celebrate where we are, right? And sincerely, for the longest time, and I know for the rest of you who are applying for jobs, I know this is a pivotal topic for a lot of us who are trying to elevate to be higher. Sometimes we feel like, damn, why is nothing happening? But I promise you this, though. We are a lot further than when we started. And here's the thing, if you never got on the saddle, you would not be where you are today. Sincerely, right? So always remember, when you get back on the saddle, give yourself some love, grace, and space, because you had to take a break in order to get further than where you are now, right? So that's the second thing I'll tell you. And then finally, the third thing I'll tell you about being back in the saddle is that can happen at any age. We all are experts at something, and we are all novices at something. But make sure that you're always willing to learn. Okay? All right, that is it for me, everybody. With that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why, it's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You will spend time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we're watching great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that, hey, listen, maybe we don't need to be day and pop. Okay? Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it. Again, we love you. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, in order to receive love, you got to give, or receive love, you got to give, or receive love, you got to give it. Where obstacles you've overcome, where success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Just recognize anything that is new is going to be scary. But out of that new opportunity can come blessings. Always remember that. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us. That's a society. That's people. That's culture. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child, Brandon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Brandon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Brandon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.